Conversations, and it's just in. Main Event Conversations are now available wherever you listen to your podcast and on YouTube. That's right, you can now backlog via audio or video to catch up on Main Event Conversations. That's exactly what they've been, will continue to be. This particular episode on this Friday, January the 16th, is no different. I'm talking with someone that I've seen almost since the beginning of his journey, and in the second act of my career, I became extremely close to almost immediately. In wrestling, much like life, there's people you connect with. This is one of those people. His dedication, his training, his passion, and his growth from singles to tag and being a utility player has been incredibly fulfilling for me to watch and call the action. Ladies and gentlemen, the dog himself, one half of the Silk City Kings, one of the most established tags in the tri-state, the Bulldog Pittman himself is with me here on Main Event Conversations. Bulldog, how are you?
Yo, big SEK, Cheyenne, what's good, baby, huh? Thank you guys for having me on Main Event Conversations. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm happy to talk to you, bro. I feel like I ain't talked to you in like 2-3 years. I don't know why, but yeah.
I haven't seen much. I love Gino and I love that Fed, but I want to talk to you because I met you at a very strange time in your life. The pandemic stifled your wrestling career, like so many of us. We just talked about it last week with our previous guest, and then you had this incredible singles run, and then literally out of nowhere, you become this tag team star with Bengal. But before we get to that, did you train at Gino's? What's your foot in the door to becoming a pro wrestler?
Yeah, I started out with Gino Caruso at ECPW. You know, my man's Frank Leone, Big Frankie, because he works, he does the camera crew for GoPro Wrestling. So, he's Big Frank. I played football with Frank for A7FL. You know what I mean? And he told me, because I just wanted to get away from football a little bit, because I just knew it wasn't going to go nowhere. I figured it wasn't. So I just wanted to try something different, you know, find my niche. And he told me Geno's, and I've been going to Geno's since 2018.
Oh, so that long. So I'm coming in at about 2.5, 3 years into your career. I didn't realize that. So what was your training like? Did you take to it naturally? Because Gino's an old school trainer. He makes you wait until he's ready for you to wrestle. And I'm just keeping it real. I'm not throwing any shade at him. But how was that for you? Because you know so many people that did not like that type of training. Everybody just, especially now, wants to just get in the ring, get right to it. Were you okay with that?
Yeah, I was cool with it because I just wanted to, like I said, I just wanted to test it out. I wanted to try it, see like, if this is something that I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So he just told me, hey, jump in the ring, take a back bump. I'm like, bro, what? He said, yeah, just like fall like somebody pulled the rug from under you, but don't
pull the
cut
rug
yourself.
from under you. I love that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm confused. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I'm like, all right, whatever. So I did it the first time. Boom. I smacked my head. But I'm like, wait, nah, I gotta do this again. And I just did it again, and I just liked it ever since. You know what I mean? And it just from there, it just went from, you know, what else can I learn? What else can I do? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then now we're here.
Now with that, you get in and you're getting hot and hot and hot. Do you think the pandemic to a degree was a blessing? Because I don't know where you were before 2020, but when I came in at the end of 2020 into 2021, you were easily the number 2, number 3 baby face at ECBW by far. I was there. I saw the reactions. You know, do you think the pandemic, the time off, helped you or hindered you into your popularity?
Probably both. You know, because you know, it helped me because I mean, I guess it made my hunger and my drive a little bit stronger. Because, bro, in 2020, every day, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to do something. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get out there. I wanted to train. And I just started my career. You know what I'm saying? I just started it. So 2019, I'm like, I guess, because my first match was like the day before my birthday in 2018. That was my first match. Okay. And then, you know, I do January, I got 2 shows, and then February, I got a show, and then pandemic. I'm like, dang, bro, I just started. So I just figured, like, in my head, I'm like, yo, is this ever going to, you know what I'm saying? Is it going to lift? Is this everything ever going to lift? Am I going to really get back to wrestling again? I just started doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then when it was lifted, you know, I got a chance to really, like, go super, super hard at what I felt like I missed. You know what I'm saying? What I felt like the time that I had to train, the time that I had to practice. You know what I mean? I just felt like I got it all back, like when the pandemic was lifted. So yeah.
The cool thing that I like is you still train, because let's just face it, a lot of guys at some point they'd rather just do the matches, not dedicate the craft to the footwork, to the conditioning. It's more than just gym work, you know. It's wrestling training too, and you still train at Geno's. I know you dabble with the finishing school over there at Damian Adams. How important is training to you now?
That's super important. Hey, bro, listen, listen, bro. Like,
Yeah.
when you know, I was at Gino, you know, okay, so Gino and Damien, they teach different. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? It's
Yes.
different. It's different teaching. Like Gino is like, you know, he gonna show you what you got to do and tell you what's up and blah 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 and like give you like what to do, but without you understanding what's going on. But you could pick it up. You could pick up what's going on.
Right. Some Wi-Fi difficulties here. You're, of course, we got him back. We got him back. But before he gets resettled here, we're talking to Bulldog Pittman here for the 830 Wrestling Network. Of course, you can catch up on audio and video now. And we're going to take it back now to Bulldog Pittman and his mid-thought.
Yeah, my bad, guys. These people just called. I'm so sorry. But, dang, I lost my train of thought. Where was I?
You were talking about the different training experiences between Gino and Damian and how they explain training.
Yeah, so Gino, like, he shows, like, he'll show you whatever, but you got to pick it up. And if you pick it up, good. If you don't, then, you know, you probably need some help in understanding what's going on. But Damian, you know, it's the same thing, but he's actually giving you, like, different psychology portions or whatever, like, different ways to get into psychology, different ways to tell a match or tell a story and stuff like that. And that actually helped me a ton, because then I went back to ECPW, and I'm showing them how to do what I was taught, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it's just about, you know, it's just about, you know, where you go. You know what I'm saying? You got to always keep finding new ways and keep finding new avenues, because you can always mix it with your game and then show other people, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do too. I just like to
I like that
take
you're
what
not,
I get and then show other people. You know?
Yeah, and I like that you're not gatekeeping your knowledge, that you feel like someone or the whole class back at your home school, at your home fed, can benefit from that knowledge. I like that you don't say, "Oh, I got the sauce, and I'm just gonna put it on my food only." You know, I
that's
that.
Whack, yo. That's real whack. I hate that. That is whack. Like,
because guys do it. You know, let's just put it out there.
Yeah, they do, but it's like, yo, you know what I mean, you got the information from somewhere. Why you gonna hold it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell them what's going on, and if they decide to do what they want to do with it. If not, then whatever. But you don't gotta. I don't like that. I hate that, man.
Yeah, no, I get you. And if you're just joining us, we're here now with, of course, Bulldog Pittman, one half of the Silk City Kings. We're just kicking it off here for the 830 Wrestling Network. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all of our socials. And tomorrow, Tristan Law is going to be talking about the re-debut of TNA on AMC. We're going to go back now to Bulldog Pittman. It's the low-hanging fruit question, but I feel like I should ask it. Was there any stigmas that you had about having a name similar to a WCW superstar? Because while there's many, like, you know, mass superstars and copycats in wrestling, did you get any pushback for, like, do you really want that name? Because, you know, somebody had it. And I don't want to sound rude, but it was dated enough that you have to be a historian to know it. But it did have the stigma of somebody that was on television. Was there any pushback in picking your ring name at all?
No, actually, I didn't even know who that was until, like, you know, people started saying it, and I'm like, yo, let me just look him up. And I looked him up, and I was like, oh, snap, this is real.
Yeah.
But nah, you know, originally my name was Blue Chip Ray Pittman.
Yes.
But then you know, my dog Matt Lynch was like, yo, how many people's actually gonna know what a blue chip is? I'm like, yo, dog, you right, for real.
Right.
So you come out barking and stuff like that, why don't you just do Bulldog Pittman? Yeah. Like, yeah, let's go with it. And I just kept it.
Yeah,
it's been like
him. He's one of my best friends and one of the most unsung heroes at ECPW. I love Matt. He's like family.
Yeah. Me too, bro. Matt's my dog.
So I want to kind of lay something out here for you, right? Because this is outside looking in. I've never talked to you about this. It's ECPW. It's whatever it is in 2021, towards the end, early 22. And you and Bangle are like untouchable baby faces. You are at your apex. You guys can do no wrong. You guys are in all the feuds. You've conquered all the bad guys, right? And then all of a sudden, y'all a tag team. And that's exactly what it was. It might have been talked about amongst y'all, which is cool. But all of a sudden at TV at Ridgefield, y'all were debuting as a tag team. I obviously didn't know nothing about it. Y'all had the outfits ready to go. There was no, like, y'all were ready to go. I was there for the debut reaction. Sonny comes out at the end, the whole 9. Obviously, it was worth it. But what is the ethos of that? Because, and I'm not trying to bury you or Bengal, y'all didn't have to do that.
No, we didn't.
It was mutual. Y'all were fine without each other. And it's a gamble when two baby faces are like, nah, we're just gonna be a unit. And being a part of that first year and a half of y'all as a team was incredible because that shit continued to pay off. So what was the conversation like? Because again, I'm throwing shade. Y'all didn't have to do it, but man, was it worth it.
That's just the way it is, and that's just how it's going to be, and that's just how it's been that since, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of happy we tagged, you know what I mean? I was able to, get around, the right people, I guess I guess you could say, like, Sonny Kiss, Alex Ryman, Corey Dillinger, Tommy and JP Grayson, who else? Like, it's a ton of people. Mark Quinn, you know what I'm saying? It's a ton of people I was able to, like, just get around Isaiah. And just, like, huh?
Mark Quinn, Isaiah.
Oh, I didn't meet Isaiah yet. I met Isaiah one time at
really?
AEW.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I didn't meet Isaiah yet, and that's one person I'm looking forward to meeting because you know what I'm saying. But because Kenny is like friends with these people, you know what I'm saying, or he known them for so long, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they, you know what I mean. I got the chance to meet them and get cool with them, have conversations with them, whatever. Even when we go out, people he not really so close with, they know who he is, and then they're like, "Oh snap, you know them, Kenny? Oh yeah, oh I bet." And then we just cool, you know what I'm saying. So I like our tag team.
Even if it's through Sonny and Bagel, what experiences have you had with AEW? It's extra work, visiting, what?
Extra work.
Okay. What's I want to word this carefully because I have to word it for myself more than anything because I'm not one for gossip and drama and BS and being nosy. This is a general inquiry. What is it like backstage? Because you hear so many things about the WWE culture, the TNA culture, the AEW culture. So a real perspective would be nice because they give extra work to local indie wrestlers just as much as WWE does. So I would imagine to one degree or another, it's quite pleasant to be there.
Well, see, the thing about this, we when we went to AEW, it wasn't local. Like we had we flew to Buffalo for one, and then we drove to Springfield for another.
Okay.
But the culture, though, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, backstage, everybody just be chill. They cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody, people will come up to you, say what's up, or, you know what I'm saying, you introduce yourself, whatever. But, my first time doing extra work at AEW, I seen Max Caston. And
sure.
me and Max had a match on Wrestling Open about 4 years ago or whatever. So I had no idea he was gonna remember who I was. You know what I'm saying? And he pulled up like, "Yo, Bulldog, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh snap, what's good, Max?" You know what I'm saying? So that was cool. I got to meet Chris Jericho and stuff like that, and I'm just walking through backstage. There go Christian. Oh snap, it's Edge. Oh snap, Jeff Jarrett. I ain't seen Jeff Jarrett in mad long. So I'm sitting in my head, I'm geeking.
Right.
And like when I'm sitting there, I'm just like, like straight.
Isn't that the toughest thing? It's like, hey man. Yeah. But internally you're like, I am so happy to see you.
Word bar. That's how it was.
What is that tough being at AEW versus the indies? Because even at the indies, if you work with or meet those guys, you can say, hey man, big fan, thank you. Did you watch my match? Could you watch my match? Versus a TV environment, you can't really do that because it can go in the wrong way a lot of times. Is it tough to be that way sometimes? To be silent?
Okay, so
right.
So it's a the indie shows. When they at the indie shows, I don't like bothering them. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
because it's like
okay.
It's like,
I get like
it's
that.
Like, look at this mark coming up to me trying to talk. I'm like, bro, I'm not even a mark though. I'm just really trying to You know what I'm saying? Just trying to just say hi and just talk to you. Like, I know
Sometimes you're a mark just because you
but
asked the guy a question, right?
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, bro, I ain't trying to bother you, bro. It's all good. I say what's up, say hi, and this is not me trying to be cocky and nothing like that. And it's just like I ain't with that, the feeling like I'm being disrespected. You know what I'm saying? And then what they say, like, you never want to meet your hero or something like that because of whatever, like they might not be who you thought they were or whatever. So it's like,
right.
I get to say hi to you. We in the same locker room. We cooling. I'm good with that.
I get
If
you.
you watch my match, then that's cool. Like Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson watched my match. Watched me and Kenny match at when we was at Outlaw. We worked Channing Thomas and Anthony Green. They watched that match. They came and told us they told Kenny because I was there. I was getting changed. They came and told Kenny like, yo, you guys were blah blah blah. I'm like, oh snap, we got some good feedback. But then when it's just people backstage and they just sitting there chilling. I don't want to bother them because it might just go the wrong way. It might just go the wrong way. So
now I wanna bring up a couple different things, and one of which is, and I just feel like it would be wrong not to bring it up. We sadly lost the Candyman, who early on was your manager, and how's that been like not having him around? Because, and I'm not trying to be rude. Outside looking in, when you became part of the tag team, I do think he suffered creatively, but he was always a great guy with you. The Candyman, of course, Brian, who was basically the mascot of ECPW for many years. How have you taken his passing?
It was so sudden, and it was just out of nowhere. Cause it was like, I just seen bro like 2 weeks ago, and then on the I thought that was playing around because they people they play too much. You know what I'm saying? But then Gino came and he was like, "Oh yeah, Candyman really passed away." I felt bad, and not even felt bad. I felt I don't know. It was like that long pause, like where you don't really know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Just like, dang, for real, that's my guy. Like, like I ain't really.
The strangest part about it is, and here's how I took it. I saw someone put it up, and it was a relative, and then one of the guys in ECPW shared it, and I saw it when it just came out, and it had not made its way to Gino yet. So it was telephone for real. I hit up Mad Lynch like, hey, is this for real? Like, Candyman's passed? And he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, dude, look. And I had to screenshot it. I'm not a big screenshot guy. And I was like, look, this is what I just saw. And he's like, oh no, holy shit, this is his relative, whatever. I was like, I need to call Gino. And Gino found out through Matt, through me. So we all played telephone to find out the sad news. It sucks because regardless of whatever, he was in fact like the mascot of the shows, especially if you went to TV and some of the soul shows, if you will, in Far Jersey and stuff, and just really respect. I just want to be part of wrestling.
He was a cool dude, yo. He was really, really cool, and I liked him. I liked being around him. I liked him as my manager. I had fun.
So. I bet. I want to tackle something because you've been a part of ISPW. I mean, you've had dips at so many different feds since the creation of the Silk City Kings, which is a representation of Patterson and Newark, right? Is that the two towns?
Patterson.
Yeah, Patterson. Newark. You rep. I know you rep Patterson real hard. What's this ride been like for you? Because you guys have been nonstop since you've been put together, and you guys are popping up in so many places.
Oh man, it's been dope, man. We said actually last year is my first time leaving the country for wrestling for real. I ain't gonna hold you. I went to Canada, did Greektown up there in Toronto. First of all, I wasn't even tripping about the wrestling part. It was the fact I got to see the Toronto Raptors practice facility. Like what?
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, you're a sports nut. I forget.
Yeah, I was hyped for that. But working at Greektown, that was fire, bro. I didn't expect him to fill the whole place. Like that was dope. And then they seeing us for the first time. You know, we meeting them, they seeing us for the first time, and they was behind us, so that was fire. And then you know, we got North Carolina tomorrow. We've been wrestling at UPW for like, well, Kenny's been doing it for longer than me, but
no, yeah, you guys have been at UPW for a bit, but Kenny's been there almost a decade now. He's been there for a while.
Kenny's been doing that for a minute. So, you know, we've been, you know, honestly, I like to travel, and I want to do it more. You know what I'm saying? So it's just we just got to find somewhere to go. That's just all it is, you know.
I get you. Now, this is the part of the conversation where we do the rapid fire. Favorite workout?
Oh, my favorite workout? Chest day.
Least favorite workout?
Leg day. I see my boy Flash said that too.
One thing about wrestling that I'm good at that a lot of people don't know.
Talking.
One thing about wrestling that I want to get good at.
Psychology.
If I had to wrestle somebody for the rest of my life, it would be
Tristan Law.
Oh wow. Okay. The one match type I have not had yet that I want to have.
I don't know. Let's just go tables.
Yeah, because you've had the TLC, you've had the chains. Like, there's got to be
something. I had the dog collar.
Yeah.
I had the dog collar match. I had the kendo match. Steel cage. I had Hell in a Cell. Let's go there.
Sure, why not? I had a table match with Tristan.
I did have a table match with Tristan. Oh man, that was dope. That was dope.
The biggest learning lesson about wrestling and life.
Wrestling and life?
Yeah.
They kind of go hand in hand a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
The one tag team I would love to square up against.
Indie or TV?
Indie. I take realistic answers. Indie.
Oh, the Rep.
Okay.
You know
the one thing that I am going to get done in 2026.
Get the Silk City Kings name to be global.
I'll take that. Oh, and maybe the most important, now that you're off the hook, what are you going to go eat?
Oh, you know what? Probably nothing. Because, like, right, I had a turkey and cheese with egg panini, and then I had some, the cup of noodles. So I'm kind of full right now.
You're never going to be Tristan Big if you keep eating paninis. I tell you that, brother.
I know, but it was so good, though.
I bet. Of course, this is all part of 830 Network. Through Tristan and his vision. Of course, Tristan's gonna be back tomorrow talking about TNA on AMC, one of the most talked about wrestling shows in the last decade. I've seen quite a lot of chatter, so I'm very curious for his take amongst yours. If you're in the chat, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us here on the Tristan Law Show to get all the information for 830 Wrestling Network, launching the website real soon. And of course, for Main Event Conversations, you can check us out audio, video, and the backlogs anywhere you can listen to your podcast, and of course on YouTube. Bulldog Pittman, where can they find you on the socials?
Oh man, find me on IG at what's my Instagram name? Billionaire_Bulldog, but you gotta spell it right. It's BILLYUNAIR_Bulldog.
When's your next wrestling match?
Tomorrow, North Carolina, actually. Or I should say January 17th. January 17th.
Okay, so that's where they'll catch you. And thank you so much for doing this. I was so happy to hear that you want to be a part of it, because I got mad love for you. I always love talking to you, and the amount of success I want for you as an individual and the collective for Silk City Kings is very true. You guys have got a great thing running, and I really, really want it to pay off even further than it has. So thank you so much for your time. I really can't express it enough. When people give me their time, I'm extremely grateful. So thanks for being on here today, and starving yourself to death. But so I want to thank all of you for joining us here on Main Event Conversations. Of course, Bulldog Pittman, this week's guest. This is the voice, Cheyenne Ortiz. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Tristan Talks CNA on AMC. We'll see you next time, fans.
Big SCK.
competition. I made a decision, so listen up.